got cold again. And I did my yoga even in Ugg boots, part of it. And I find these fitting glasses. What's your concept of success? That's one of the early terms that I understood. In 2005 in Sweden, I think I was part of the jury taking in students, and we got to the point to ask them, what's your concept of success? That seems advanced for somebody, in the best case, just finished a foundation year. Let me take an example. I want to make a group of young people play basketball. I buy a basketball and arrange the date. So then we play basketball and so on and so on. And then afterwards I feel, oh, that was fabulous, or, oh, what a disappointing show up. There were only 6 people. And that's totally fine. So, but I think once in a while, not for every step you do, but for kind of a sustainable mental health for an artistic practice, it can actually be productive to define the concepts of success we are operating under. What could that be? Back to the basketball. The group are students, so in that way, whatever they do not being in the studio is good for them. So making 6 of them playing basketball is a fabulous success, plus point. Then let's think about everybody sits in the studio, they do something together, fabulous group dynamics, plus point. Now let's get them in the minus. I really want to teach them basketball. So I don't know what we played. It had nothing to do with basketball. It was beautiful, but with that concept of teaching them basketball, success in the arts, as it is a precarious economy, were due to the massive amount of people want to work there and the little money or the little rewards that are there, it's a unbalance. So not everybody can make their money from, only very few do, and not everybody can get a scholarship. And so we actually need to take the evaluation of our doing in our own hands. So yeah, so in that way it can become a sustainable practice that can have a longer life. Because the other model, and I've seen that with colleagues that I didn't graduate with, but that generation, their argument was always, we want a piece of the cake. We want a piece of the cake. They invented one thing, Intarsia and Styrofoam, and now 25 years later, they do still Intarsias in Styrofoam. Totally fine. They make money. They're in this kind of blue chip gallery in Paris and wherever in the world. So if that's the concept of success, and if you make the right moves and focus on them, that works out. Then there are kind of the scholarships things where you make the right thing, you apply for it. So yeah, so that is also a possibility. I don't want to say the money thing is only, there are different ways of different economies, and accordingly, mostly we operated in all these kind of different levels at the same, in different departments at the same time. It's also aware of the possibilities to define the success differently. Yeah, I got a scholarship, or somebody was interested in me. So there is a moment where the outside absolutely can play a role. But if the outside is the only way to define the success, you end up in this kind of like pattern where you, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this? So where your practices is just to try out what the people want. And that might be also lead to something, but it actually doesn't create a kind of an inner understanding, nor does it create a kind of some kind of stability, because it's always wobbly. Yeah. So that was a bit of a windy way, but just bring it to the point and answer the question: what is the concept of your success?